What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. Is that a passport in her pants, or is she just happy to see me? It's the one and only Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I mean, are you saying that I have a penis? So what is that intro?
It's a Gino reference.
Well, I know. Did you see him wearing three different pants?
Yeah, it was like a mashup. It was a hybrid of Paul.
Well, I think he wanted to cover the nice new clothes for Jasmine. So
my gosh.
in case he spills something on the plate. I'm serious.
I did not even think about that.
He put it over the Hawaiian shirt and the new pants he got at Old Navy.
How dare I for 1 second be like, oh, wow, Gino, that actually doesn't look like a terrible outfit with the sweater. That was him just trying to...
That was him covering up the actual outfit. I was saying that he needs to go to J. Crew and tell them, hey, just something simple, something snatch. They're going to pick out a couple of nice shirts, one colored pants, one colored shirts. Go.
You're not wrong. I thought he needs to take a layover, have a layover in Prague, see Harold's stylist, and then get him outfit because Gino's wearing Hawaiian shirts like Harold.
I hate Hawaiian shirts, guys. I mean, I don't mind it if there is a Hawaiian party I'm invited to and it's a theme. Mm-hmm. I'm all for it. Even if I go to Hawaii, I'm like, all right, I mean, it's a thing, I guess. But don't wear Hawaiian t-shirts in Michigan.
No, it was the coming together of Harold's wardrobe and then Stanika's passport hiding technique. Stanika goes straight for the tampon. Gino's going underwear.
I mean, Stanika, that's smart. Gino, I don't know. I would not put my passport in my pants, to be honest.
No, although, so it wasn't just directly in the boxers, right? He was wearing like some sort of like inner fanny pack.
Yeah.
Because I think it was a zipper situation.
Yeah, it was something for sure.
Think about, and guys, if you haven't traveled internationally, there are multiple points on your journey where you have to show your passport. Yeah. So you're unzipping your pants in front of immigration officers and gate agents. This is borderline sexual assault. If it's a TSA agent, you're just like, hold on, ma'am.
Yeah, no, I hope he's not doing that. But I guess he is. But here's why I find the Hawaiian shirts hilarious. It's because if it was just him, just as his style, it's his outfit, I'm like, all right, it's Gino. He's so proud of his new wardrobe, but it still sucks.
And Jasmine is in love with his new wardrobe.
Oh, wait for it.
That's even more questionable.
Yeah, I mean, Jasmine is a little questionable.
That's very true.
That's
very true.
All right.
We'll get into all that and more. Real quick, a little bit of business here. We're on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. It's the start of a new season. Maybe we're getting some new friends joining. So I want you guys to make sure you're following the Instagram at Married to Reality Pod because we have fun over there too.
We have a lot of fun.
We share memes, we share scheduling updates, and most importantly, we get to message with you guys over there.
And not just over there, guys. We also have the Patreon.
Thank you, Teresa. Patreon.com/married to reality, where we're currently covering Love in Paradise.
And we have bonuses for the family affair. And I just came up with a special bonus that we're going to do for all of you guys.
Oh, are we going to share that news right now?
No.
Okay. Let's not.
Because it's a special bonus.
All right, maybe like a surprise.
Yeah, maybe it will be a 4th of July bonus. Who knows?
Okay, all right. Patreon.com/married to reality. A lot of good stuff happening over there and more to come. Also, just make sure you're following the podcast wherever you're listening right now. So that way, whatever we drop on the free feed, you don't have to think about it. If we drop a bonus like we did Jewish matchmaking, right to your device, as long as you're following, it's so easy to do. Just look down, smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's his hot. Is that homemade pasta? Because watching that, I'm like, damn, I wish we had bigger kitchen because I would totally buy that.
About the only thing hot in that entire segment was that pasta?
That looked good. I've done it before. It's a pain in the ass. It takes forever, especially if you're not
Pasta takes about
homemade pasta.
9 minutes. Oh,
That
Got
machine,
it.
it's really hard.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it homemade?
Yeah, I made it.
No, Marco's.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he was making it. Didn't you see it?
I don't know.
That's why it was hot.
I had to shield my eyes because I was getting so hungry.
I know, that looked very good.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I was going to say smash like it's as hot as that pasta. I was
as
going to
hot as
move
that
right
pasta.
along.
Oh, I was just going to say, maybe we can tease our special a little bit. I was just thinking about it.
Okay, just keep in mind, we cut all this out for the Patreon members. So
Okay,
they're
I'll tease it later.
Tease it in the main
Okay.
site. And that's just another perk. Again, I always forget to mention, Patreon is ad-free, so you won't hear ads for better or worse. It's also housekeeping free, so you don't hear any of this because we feel like our family on Patreon, they already follow the Instagram. They know to smash that follow button. And the last thing that they know is that we love.
We love.
And we love when you guys leave reviews. And if you haven't left a review, please do. And if it's a 5-star review, we'll read the message on this podcast, this very podcast we're doing right now.
Absolutely. And guys, some of you tell us on Instagram, hey, we left a review and we absolutely love it. But what we do, or what John does, we go in order so we
Yes.
don't miss anyone. So we'll get to your review, guys. We'll get to your review. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone.
Yeah, you guys have showed us so much love. We're overflowing with love. So we have a few reviews we have to read through. Not have to, like we want to. We're so excited to catch up. And so that's what we're doing right here, right now.
But going in order. So we'll get to your review.
Yes. And let's read one right now. This one comes to us from our friend Mano Fluv. 5 stars.
Loved it.
Very charming. They
I love
write,
that too.
this couple is just a joy to hear and super charming.
Oh.
Very smart and good balance of exposition and commentary too. Each is funny their own way. They are naturals. Keep it up.
I love that because we are naturals, guys. We don't prepare for anything.
Well, don't say that.
Okay, you do.
I do my fair share of preparing, and
I'm just here. I'm
are.
just here to delight.
You are surprise and delight. Therese's nickname in high school.
I do watch the show, obviously. I take notes. And guys, I'm the social media CEO and president.
I don't think that saying someone's a natural doesn't mean they don't prepare.
That's my understanding.
No, we're not. I mean, maybe it's just we prepare so naturally that we
I
know
mean
what
it
we
in
need.
a good way. Like I feel like when you're natural, I'm saying you and I are natural because we just roll in and we do this. We don't.
I think you're
about it
underselling.
prior.
I don't like what's coming from across the table.
What are you talking about?
I think you're underselling the hard work that goes into this podcast.
Oh, guys. A lot
You're
of
like, we
hard
just plug in. Well, John just plugs in the mics and we let her rip.
No, guys. Okay. Let me rephrase myself.
Please.
Right? We put hours.
She's like, I'm a natural.
We put hours and hours of work into this podcast.
I think you're.
We really do.
I think you're misunderstanding. Like you think like, oh, I'm a natural blonde, which means I don't have to. I don't dye my hair. I don't go to the salon. I don't put. Being a natural doesn't mean there's no work involved.
Our friend just said we're smart.
True.
So,
All right.
let me be smart.
Okay.
Guys, we put hours and hours into this podcast, obviously. I think John puts more time than me.
Thank you.
Because he does the technology. I put time into chatting with you guys and being a delight, and he prepares a little more.
How many times are you going to call yourself a delight on this podcast? We're about 9 minutes in, and you've called yourself a delight twice already.
Because I like the word. Such a delight. I feel like it's so old school. Like, such a, like, I feel like we're in England, like, oh, you are so delightful, Teresa.
All right.
Right?
Well, I would like to stop you right there and say thank you, Manafluve. And the reason I want to stop you right there is because I want to get into some by the ways, which
okay.
it's a nice lead-in.
Wait, I didn't finish my thought.
Finish your thought, please.
My thought is that when I said we're natural, I meant like natural, like we don't talk about a pod before we're on the air. So what you hear, that's natural. It's not me and John being like, oh, hey, like when we get into this, like let's laugh so hard and let's hit the points. It's like we don't prepare like that. Okay. That's so true.
You know you're a natural when you have to talk for 5 minutes about being a natural. That's the sign of how natural we are.
Well, I was just trying to explain, and then you interrupted me. You said I just didn't give our friends the real picture, so I went deeper.
All right. Thank you, Manafloof. Can I move on?
No, thank you so much. What a lovely review. What a delightful review. Such a delight.
All right. Let's do a little 90-day by the way.
Okay.
Can we do that? I put no work into this podcast, but I'm gonna pull a 90-day by the way.
Out of your ass?
Out of my ass. I've been making room with butt plugs since we started this podcast 2.5 years ago. 3 years ago almost. Jeez,
Oh
look
my
at the time.
gosh. I think we will.
I think your idea is, yes.
I think my
idea
idea for the special bonus will be released for the anniversary.
Okay. Yes. A little 90-day by the way. Starting with this one. Number 1. Mark your calendars. July 16th. 90-Day Fiancé UK is returning to Discovery Plus for a second season.
All right.
Shall we meet the cast quickly?
Sure. Did you read it with subtitles when you watched the little preview?
I read
last
an-
time
I read
you
an
were
article.
like, I don't know if I can watch this.
There's no trailer. So
Oh, okay.
I read an article, okay? Shane and Mert is the first couple who will be gracing our screens. Shane from Devon, Mert from Turkey. They met in Turkey, beginning this whirlwind romance in person, okay? They're going to hope to apply for a visa so Mert can join Shane in the UK and they can live together.
Shane, is it the woman or a man? Because it's kind of like it goes both ways.
I don't know. Again, there's no imagery to go along with this. This is just
All right.
straight copy, straight text. Michael and Mercy. Okay, Michael's from Essex.
You already don't know British English.
Mercy's from Kenya. They met on a dating app in 2021. They got engaged and are currently in the process of planning their wedding. However, there's some pushback from Michael's family as they've grown suspicious that Mercy has ulterior motives.
Classic.
Kind of a little mercy. Well, yeah, all right.
Classic for 90 Day.
Next, Luis and Jose. Luis is from Gloucester, and Jose is from Colombia.
Okay.
The couple met on social media, and they hope to start a family. Though Luis's family has been vocal about not trusting Jose the rapper.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So that's our next couple. Then we have Robert and Assel, which you got to be careful how you pronounce that name. Again, I'm just reading this, so maybe when we hear it, it'll be like a silent L. And it'll be like Assay or something.
Asa.
Right. But for now, Assel. Robert from Glasgow and Assel from Kazakhstan. Hello. Hello.
That's Portland.
They've been together since 2021, despite their long-distance relationship. Assel hasn't told Robert she loves him yet.
Spell it.
Assel?
It's probably Assel.
Probably a cell.
Yeah.
Probably a cell spreadsheet. Tion and Derby. Tion from, sorry.
This is taking a lot out of you, John.
This is, whew. It's so funny. I was like, I'm going to read these before I read them on the pod. Then I forgot to do that. Tion.
Natural.
Such a natural. Tion from Derby. It's Tion and David. Tion from Derby and her partner David from the Dominican Republic. Okay? They're going to get engaged, though he's not sure if he can afford the extravagant lifestyle that she wants.
Okay.
All right, so a little bit going on there. Rebecca and Christian. Rebecca from Chesterfield and Christian from Argentina.
All right.
They're in the process of wedding planning. And then last but certainly not least, we have a returning couple.
Ooh, who is it?
Katie and Alejandro.
Okay.
Katie, West Yorkshire, Alejandro from Mexico. Yeah, they're going to continue their story and prepare for wedding day.
Ooh, all right.
So again, July 16th, Discovery Plus. Let's see. I think season 1, they dropped all at once. All the episodes at once.
Really?
Let's see if they do that again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
that took a lot out of you, by the way.
I know.
By the way, took a lot out of you, by the way.
Was it okay?
Yes.
All right. Number 2. This one, I've wrapped my head around a little bit more. Speaking of the UK.
All right.
I've got a little follow-up from last week's by the way.
About Uzi?
About Uzi. You know it. You love it. A little by the way sequel. I have an update for all of us regarding Soulja Boy's UK tour.
His tour that starts like tomorrow.
Yes, it starts this week. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, well, I don't blame you because there hasn't been a way to get tickets. But now there's a way to get a ticket to one date so far.
All right.
I've searched long and hard for this because I want to bring it to you guys because I know this is a can't miss event according to the flyer. This is a can't miss event, so I don't want you guys to miss this event.
There is a flyer?
There's a flyer. There's an Eventbrite link.
Okay.
It is for the date Friday, June 23rd in Liverpool.
So it's in 2 weeks.
Okay. So still time to get tickets. And this link provides a little more clarity, I think, on what we're going to get on this tour.
Tell us.
All right. The event says, Soulja Boy, live in Liverpool. The African controversial reality TV star at official Soulja Boy. It's always good when you use your Instagram handle in the promotion.
But he's not the official Soulja Boy.
At official Soulja Boy will be live in Liverpool to meet and party with his fans.
So it's not a concert.
Well, wait, Teresa. It's taking place at a venue called Steel Street. And I looked it up. I Googled it. I found some images. I found some 360 room pans of this place. Looks like a bar. Looks like a bar or a lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see a stage. Didn't see a sound system in sight. Looks like your classic bar.
All right.
And on the event page, it goes on to say, highlight of the night. Well, there's several. A meet and greet with Soulja Boy. A live performance by Soulja Boy.
I'll be there for you.
Autograph and photograph with Soulja Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Barbecue and champagne. Sort of takes a hard right. An after party. Drinks and champagne. Can't get enough champagne. Dance, dance, dance.
How much are the tickets?
I'm glad you asked. A standard ticket, $40.
For the...
I converted $40 US.
Okay.
VIP, $60. I don't know what you get if you go VIP versus standard, but you're out $20. But okay, doesn't this seem more like when Angela goes and does karaoke at a dive bar in Georgia than a UK tour?
Oh yeah, I think he's going on a vacation to the UK. And he's like, why do I make some money along the way?
Yeah, I think he'll probably do 2 or 3 songs from a DJ booth and then go and take photos.
I don't even think, does he have 3 songs? He has
He's got Zara. I'll be there for you. Maybe a remix of I'll Be There For You.
Doesn't he have something for Kim? Like a baby girl? Or?
Oh, maybe.
It's like Marry Me or like I Love You.
He did play one on his cell phone that he rapped to when he was trying to apologize.
Yeah. Maybe that.
He should go on an apology tour and just visit all of the states of the women he's screwed over.
Imagine if like poor British people who don't know who he is, but they're like, shit, the real Soulja Boy in Liverpool for $40.
Well, I feel like that's even a little much. I mean, that Soulja Boy only has one song. You.
Well, I would pay $40 for that.
Yeah, maybe. So, guys, if you are in the neighborhood, go. Please take pictures, videos. I want to see.
Send them.
I want to see what this is all about. I think this is him trying to find his next mark. He's going to be on 90 Day UK next season 3.
Oh yeah. He loves the 90 Day universe.
Yeah, he sure does. So there you go. A little follow-up. A little by the way sequel.
Nice.
We got some more information.
All right.
Let's do it. The reason we're here, Sunday night, 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Season 6, episode 2.
Yes.
All right, let's start with Gino and Jasmine. Tonight, my uncle Marco planned a family dinner at his apartment's common room. So I'm going to be taking my new hat for a spin, and I'm going to see everyone before I leave for Panama.
You know, that's smart. We have these common rooms too in an apartment complex, and we never hang out there.
That was going to be my other intro.
Well,
I'm your co-host, John. You're with my wife and co-host. She's been dying to throw a party in our common room.
you can book it. You
It's the
know
one
that,
on
right? Like for
Teresa.
some money, they can like book it off or the pool.
But
and
does
stuff.
it compare to the Canton Community Common Room? They flashed.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's strange that they're showing where Marco lives. And then I was like, oh, they're really promoting the Canton community.
Because you have to pay if you want to block off the common room.
Sure.
You have to pay for it.
I think with that free advertising, they probably kicked it to Marco for a good price. Maybe free.
Or maybe he get a couple of months for free.
Maybe at least an extra hour for the party.
Maybe. He definitely got something because otherwise, why would you give away the place of where you live?
Yeah.
Although, I don't mean it in a bad way, but I don't think anyone's going to go and stalk Marco. I mean, I would stop by for pasta.
Yeah, not for fashion advice. Marco is loving Gino's new hat. I think I wouldn't go to Marco for fashion advice, but Gino is literally the worst dressed in Canton community.
His hat is like 2 sizes too big.
And here's the thing. Here's what I was thinking. Because in this segment, they flash back to the tell-all where Gino's wearing like his classic baseball cap.
Yeah.
And I went, oh shit. Is Gino going to be fashion Darcy? Like, is he going to... We always say, oh man, we see Darcy from 2 years ago and we're like, she looked good then. And now she looks bad. Like, is each season Gino's on, he going to have a worse and worse hat? And we're going to go, Gino, we'll just stick with this hat from season 1. It looks so good. And now, like, he's wearing this worse hat. And by season 3, who knows what he's going to be wearing?
Like an Abraham Lincoln
He's gonna
hat.
be wearing like a cat in the hat, right? And we're like, oh, man, yeah, he actually looked good on season 1.
Well, he does not look good. And I don't know if he goes to the store and he's kind of like, oh, I don't want to try the hat on because everyone's trying it on. Let me
Right.
just buy it and clean it at home. But I don't see him being that person.
He doesn't
So
care.
that's why I'm judging him.
Maybe he's getting hats sent. I can only imagine. He's probably got hat companies reaching out to him, sending him product to be like, why don't you wear this?
Listen, as someone with a very small head, yet filled with knowledge,
Filled with knowledge.
I don't wear a hat. I have one really nice hat that somehow fits me. I don't even know. You bought it for me at Nordstrom.
Oh, it's like a Western style.
Yeah, but it's like, it fits me. And then I have a beach hat that also fits me kind of, but not, it fits me for the beach, right?
I say this with love. You don't look as good in baseball hats
Because
as
they're
you
too
do
big.
as you do fashion hats.
Because baseball, I would need to wear a baseball hat for kids.
yeah.
Remember the one I wore my cousin's baseball hat when we went to National Park, and that fit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it had like some silly baseball team on it. So
I don't
that was
remember.
just for the sun. But I have a ridiculously tiny hat.
Yes.
I got a Patagonia hat that's size small, and it's big.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I have a big head. All right. So all of a sudden the topic of Jasmine's new apartment comes up and everyone's wondering like, who's paying for this?
Well, I'm wondering, how do you know?
Oh, I'm sure she's posting it on social media.
So you think Marco's following Jasmine?
100%.
He's following her for the boobs.
100%. And Gino's like, well, I've helped her out. No shit. No
You
shit.
do help her out with all of it.
With everything. And so Marco brings up the idea of a prenup again, because remember he was supposed to bring it up last season and he kind of chickened out.
Yeah, and then they talked about it on the tell-all, and Jasmine lost her shit saying she won't sign a prenup, and if she goes to Michigan and she finds that he did something shady, she's gonna kick him out and take everything from him.
That sounds like Jasmine.
So much love.
So Gino never brought it up again, but now he says he's considering it. And here's my thought. He didn't have a job before, right? He just had the money in his account.
I think he made a lot of money before, like a decent amount of money.
I
And
think
he's
he
a simple dude. He doesn't spend.
I think he made a lot of money before. Not a lawyer. For anyone who's listened to this podcast for any amount of time knows we're not lawyers.
We just say things.
We just say things. But from my little understanding of the law, if you divorce, I don't know that your spouse gets the stuff you had prior to the relationship.
I think so.
You think they do or don't?
I think they do.
If I had $500,000 in the bank,
Do you?
no. But then I met you and we got married and we divorced. You think you get? I think you have a right to like a similar lifestyle that we had, but I don't know that you get half of my assets that I had.
I don't know.
But here's my thought. Let's go with that.
We have no prenup, guys.
No, but let's go with that logic that you don't have rights to anything prior to the relationship. Well, then that's why Gino felt like I don't need a prenup because all of my money I made in the past, I'm not working. There's nothing to gain from me if we were to split, but now he has a job.
I'm going to throw it back to the show we just binge watched over the weekend. It's called Beef. It's
So
on
good.
Netflix and it's really good, guys. If you want to break from the reality TV, watch Beef. But she's, not to give away a lot of things, but there is a discussion of a divorce and the main character says, well, if we divorce, he will get half of what I have.
Right, but she made her money while they were married.
I guess.
That's the point.
Not lawyers here.
He made nothing until he started working again. He was just living off his assets that he had in the bank, which all came before they got together.
Yeah.
Now he's working, and so maybe he's going, well, now that I'm collecting a paycheck, I want to protect myself.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So the family brings it up and says, I think you should broach the subject of a prenup again. Gino agrees, and he says, it's time I stand up for myself.
Let me ask you this. Jasmine was talking about this last time that she lost her job because of Gino sending the nudes
Sure.
elsewhere, right? I don't buy it.
I know we discussed this last week. I don't think that's the reason. I think
She's on 90-Day Fiancé trying to expand her butt with butt plugs.
Yeah, no.
That's why.
We don't need to go into reruns. We had this conversation last week and
Okay.
we said I think it was her 90-day appearances
Yeah.
that the school had a problem with.
I think so too. Yeah, okay. I just had to listen, we have 500 podcasts. I don't remember
All right.
everything we talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's something we have not talked about for certain. Cut to Panama, where Jasmine is turning up with her girls. And of course, the topic of conversation turns to sex.
Yeah, and her friends are concerned because Jasmine's very sexual and Gino's 20 years older or 18.
So Jasmine's going to do anything she can do to excite Gino and turn things up a little in the bedroom.
So her friends brought her a gift she asked for. Turquoise butt plugs.
Which leads me to my first question. Why can't you get your own butt plugs? Why do you need your friends to go do the dirty work for you?
Also, how does it work? Like, do you
boy,
sleep with
Teresa.
it?
I'm sure you do it in increments, like
Is
10
it like
minutes and then 20 minutes.
when your teeth aren't straight and so you're trying to fix them
it's like
overnight?
braces. It's like braces for your butt. But I do find it funny that she's trying to tighten her poo-poo-nana and loosen her pooper.
Well, she says that, and this kind of gives, I think this, what she said gives a lot away because she said everyone can go the main entrance, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't let just anyone to go the back door. Which means like, did you just bang a lot of guys? So now you're like, maybe I should tighten the pupunana and loosen up the butt so Gino feels special.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get into anyone's sex life here, but I think that is a special area for people.
Your butt?
Yeah. I think you don't just give that up to anyone.
I guess. I mean, depends what you like.
Depends what you're into. For Jasmine, I'm very interested in having anal sex with Gino. It's like the way she just said it was very clinical. I'm very interested.
Well, I think she's interested in anything sexual with Gino because I don't think he enjoys banging her because I think, and he said, he's like, we fight so much and she gives me so much anxiety that I can't.
Yeah.
But I believe that they fight all the time.
All the time.
So he just can't.
All the time. And again, not to get into reruns, but I think sex can be a very mental thing. And if mentally he is checked out or frustrated or upset or angry, he's not going to want to penetrate her no matter what hole she's offering up.
Also, does he want, I feel like that's a very special area. Like, not everyone's into that.
Not everyone's into that.
Is he into that or is she into that?
I think he's into that.
Is he?
I could see him being into that.
But he doesn't even, again, if you don't want to bang her the normal way, why would you want to use the back door?
But maybe that's what she's thinking. Oh, well, if he doesn't want to bang this, maybe he'll want to bang this. Also, not an expert, but like, maybe don't loosen it up.
Also,
maybe that's the exciting part. If you're worried about your loose pupunana, maybe keep it tight back there.
yeah, I don't know how that really works. Moving on.
I'm not gonna get it. I think it's like a Russian doll of butt plugs, but it's the reverse Russian doll. You go smaller to bigger to bigger to bigger, and all of a sudden, hello, now we're having anal.
Doesn't it like loosen up your butt? Then it's like if you're like but if you're like at the restaurant, you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do number 2.
Right.
Normally you would clench your cheek and make it home, right?
Right.
It might fall out of you.
Well, that's why you have butt plugs.
So you go out with it?
Once you start, you can't stop.
What, you like put it in and you like
Oh yeah.
hang out, go to work?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
No. I mean, maybe some people. I don't know. You do you. Literally.
Guys, I mean, let us know.
So then the conversation goes from butt plugs to Gino's family and how Jasmine and Gino's family, they're having a hard time getting along.
Well, it's because of her being nuts and them being concerned and Gino just being in the middle.
What do you mean?
She is nuts. If she yelled during the tell-all that she's not gonna sign a prenup, but if he does something, she's gonna take everything away from him. Of course, Marco's concerned,
Right.
and everyone else is too.
I think it was Gino's cousin Dana. He was the one who commented on social media, "Do you really love Gino?"
Well, let's look at it this way. I'm sure she's on OnlyFans, so I think she's making some money.
Yeah.
But she got new boobs, new lips, new teeth, $3,000 apartment, right? That's a lot of money. And maybe she pays for some of it, but Gino definitely pays too. And if you follow her on Instagram and you are Gino's family member, you're probably like, oh shit, like, is my cuz paying for all this? Like, what's going on? You're concerned.
I mean, call me old-fashioned, but if you're willing to loosen your butt for someone, I think you love them.
Oh, listen, I think she loves him.
I wouldn't stretch my asshole out for just anyone.
Would you stretch it for me?
If that's what you were into,
All right.
we would have a conversation.
But what I'm saying is like, I truly believe she loves him. But you know why? Because I don't think anyone else can stand her. I think she's so nuts that she dated, and every single guy just ran away.
Sure.
And then she met Gino, and she's way hotter than Gino, and she's way out of his league, but somehow he is dealing with her crazy, and she kind of knows that he would never cheat on me because he cannot do better.
Sure. Well, there is one thing she's going to ask of Gino, which is to draft up a will and leave everything to her.
That's a little morbid. I mean, he is a little older, but...
Yeah, you're the one shoving things up your ass, Jasmine. Maybe you need to write the will.
Well, here's the thing. I would be like, all right, I'll write a will. Damn it. But you signed a prenup.
Well, that's interesting because now we're talking paperwork. And so it is an easier conversation to be like, hey, you fill this out, I'll fill that out. We're both going to be taking a trip to the lawyer.
Is she trying to kill him?
No. I think she. I don't know that I would go as far as saying write a will and leave everything to me. But if I'm going to uproot my life and move to a new country where I don't know anyone or anything, I do want some reassurance.
Yeah, but not the will. I keep saying will. Not the will.
No, I don't.
That's so morbid.
But again, think about it. And
No, I can't because
don't think about that. Don't think about that.
If he was 89, I would be like, all right, I mean, we can have some fun, but you probably don't have a lot of years to have fun. Maybe I can get something out of it.
I was going to make the point. She's uprooting her life. She was a teacher. She had a career. And now she's going to another country where she's not going to be able to provide for herself. She needs to be taken care of. God forbid something happens. But you can sell topless photos from anywhere. So
That's very true.
So she can take care of herself.
Yes.
So, yeah, maybe the will is a little extreme. But in her mind, I think she thinks the prenup is a little extreme.
Yeah, no, prenup is fine, I guess. At least talk about it, but a will at this age, at this stage, you're not even married.
It's interesting because just go the route of the prenup and write anything into the prenup. You're not really worried that he's going to die. You're worried that he's going to leave.
Unless she's trying to kill him.
Unless she's trying to kill him, which if that's the case, please renew them for another season because I'm invested. So, all right, time to head to Panama. Marco brings Gino to the airport. He takes off, right? We already discussed the whole passport debacle.
Pants, yeah.
So, cut to Panama. Jasmine is there. Gino arrives. She is loving his look.
Yeah, I think she's just happy he's there, but okay, guys, I don't understand the long nails. I don't understand. I love going to the nail salon. I love getting my nails done, right? But how do you do anything with nails like that? I'm seriously very curious.
How do you insert butt plugs with nails like that?
How do you wipe your butt? I'm serious.
Maybe that you don't have to if you've got the right plug in.
No, maybe she has a bidet. I think you need to have a bidet if you have nails like that.
If her friends are buying her butt plugs, maybe her friends are wiping her ass too.
I don't know, but those nails are ridiculously long, and I don't understand how you do anything, literally. Okay. How do you even type on your phone?
Okay. I don't know. But
I don't either. Asking for a friend.
While we're on the topic of her appearance, her mouthful of lipstick absolutely just transfers to Gino's when they make out, and it was the highlight of my month, seeing Gino with a face full of bright pink lipstick.
Yes, she needs a better lipstick. They're lipstick that dry immediately, and then you can have a little makeout session without looking like a clown.
She doesn't want that. She wants to make her mark and be like, "That's my man." If
she
the lips
looks like
match,
a clown.
He does. With that lipstick, that shirt, and hat, he literally looked like a clown that just got off a long day's work.
He looked like a lady. She looked like a clown because he wiped it off, but she didn't.
Okay. Well, they exit, and Curb music starts playing. It was like, and I was like,
she's like, walk in front of me, bitch. I want to see your butt.
Too good. All right. Should we take a break here?
I think we need to.
Let's take a quick break. You'll get a word from our sponsors. And when we come back, it just turns sad. Okay?
Yes.
If you guys have had a rough weekend, you can stop listening because the rest of the podcast is just sad.
Don't stop listening. Just open a beer.
Open a beer. All right. We'll be back in a second. And we're back.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, Teresa. How are things on your end of the table?
It's gonna get sad. It went from very, very dirty to very, very sad.
Yeah. All right. Let's not delay the inevitable here. Let's dip our toes into the sadness. Let's not go full tears.
Just yet.
Let's slowly inch the tissue box closer and closer.
Let's exchange butt plugs for a PI.
Okay. I don't know if that's a fair trade.
I mean,
let's exchange butt plugs for some curry goat.
Is that?
I feel like if I had curry goat.
No, let's exchange pasta for a curry goat.
There we go. And you're welcome. Just a word to the wise, or if you're cooking up some curry goat, don't bring that to the apartment common room. Keep that in your kitchen.
I don't think I've ever had a goat.
In any form.
Oh, goat cheese, but
Sure.
you don't kill the goat.
Sure. No, I don't think I have. I've had lamb. I don't know if those are
You know
If you
that
could
lamb is be,
sheep.
be, yeah.
Goat.
And goat is meh, meh,
Very close,
but different.
but different. Yeah, I've never eaten goat, I don't think. Anyways, Riley and Violet. So before Riley leaves for Vietnam, he wants to visit Dad, wants to check in on Dad because we learned the year prior, Riley's dad was hit with COVID.
Bad COVID.
Bad COVID kind of took a toll on him. So he wants to check in on Dad and see how everything's going before he takes off.
Yes. And they made it sound like, oh, he doesn't really see his dad, but he comes every Friday.
I didn't get the sense that he didn't.
No?
I got the sense that he's not going to see him for some time because he's traveling. But
You know, when I watch things like this, not just on 90 in general, it makes me future sad. Because when my parents get older, I cannot go there every Friday and eat goat with them,
Sure.
right? Or carp in
Yeah.
our case,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're right. We don't need to get too sad just yet. We'll get there.
All right.
We'll get there. So they're having their curry goat. They're talking. And Dad's like, what are you doing going overseas to find a woman?
Dad is very enthusiastic. I like it.
I like that.
I like him. Yeah.
I like that. And Riley's like, well, I found women here in the States before, but you know what happened. It didn't end well. And Dad's like, well, prepare yourself, son, because I got about 150 texts from Violet.
Jeez.
And you know I'm not on that unlimited plan, so pay up. But yeah, here's the thing. She's been texting me, and you don't even know the half of what she's been saying.
And I feel bad for Dad. And it really seemed like she's emotionally using that.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, Dad loves exaggerating numbers. And then he started scrolling through all the texts, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, that's about 100. That's about 150 right there.
Yep.
So, yeah, apparently Violet started talking to Dad when he was dealing with COVID. Like, she was checking on him. So that's how the communication started.
Yeah, but he said these texts are from different times. Not
Right.
like, oh, we chatted within an hour and sent each other 150 messages.
Right. Sporadically here and there, she started peppering him with texts saying things like, I know your son doesn't love me. He just loves himself. I will never be your daughter-in-law. I will never eat your curry goat. Like the text just went on and went on. And to that I say, you're just telling him now? Like, okay, maybe the first 50 you ignore. But after we get into the 100, 110, 120, maybe you shoot a text of your own to your son and be like, don't book that ticket.
Well, Dad said he didn't want to get in the middle of this.
That's what I'm saying. And maybe the first 50 texts you don't. But after 100, you might say, at least book a refundable ticket, son.
Well, he's telling him now. And Riley is not happy because he's like, WTF? Like, why is she using my dad to get
Yeah.
back at me? Which is so true.
Which is so true. And he's also thinking, if she's sending all these texts to my dad, there's got to be way more she's hiding from me. It can't just be this.
Well, he's already been concerned about her not being truthful, about her divorce status, and
Yeah,
whether
being on
she's
the
still on
apps.
the app
Yeah.
or not. Apps. So this was another red flag.
Sure. So, new day. We see Riley just hitting that bat, puffing on a fat stogie, living his best life. And I say to you, Riley, just stay home, listen to your records, puff on your cigars. You don't need the hassle of a foreign woman.
Well, I was gonna say, if you are into foreign women, that's fine. But get back on the app and find someone who you're not worried about scamming you.
Or I'm sure there's at least 2 foreign women in Pennsylvania. Go find them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are foreigners in Philadelphia.
Stroudsburg sounds German. Go find a foreigner there.
Or go find a foreigner in Vietnam if that's what you're into. But I'm sure there are other ladies on the app who have a little clearer.
Oh, no.
Help me. More clear.
Clearer?
Clearer.
Uh-huh.
Clearer.
Oh, yeah.
Past.
Sure. You see, Riley, why you don't want to get involved with foreign women? You want to deal with this every day?
Don't you love it?
Oh, I love you when you butcher the English language. There's nothing more I like.
Did you guys hear how he said, I love you, but not I love it? Because John sometimes like, what? What did you say?
It's one of my biggest pet peeves. See how I use that properly, Teresa?
John's biggest pet peeve is me not knowing how to use the word pet peeve. Oh, it's all love.
Like, I'll leave my socks out in the living room, and Teresa will be like, leaving your socks out. That's one of your pet peeves. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
It's apparently my pet peeve.
That's your pet peeve.
That's
all
what
right.
I learned.
All right. So that new day, Riley hitting that cigar, chatting with a private investigator in Vietnam because he feels like I haven't been getting the whole story with Violet.
And this dude, he's not worried to get his hands dirty. He's like, you want me to follow her? Absolutely. In the car, walking, dark corners. Like, I'll find everything.
Let me just say this. If you feel the, and this goes for anyone, if you feel the need to hire a private investigator to look into someone you're having a relationship with, you already know the answer. Ma'am, sir, whoever you are, you know the answer. You don't need to be in this relationship.
Also, good old Google.
Yeah, a little Google goes a long way.
Especially, let's say, if he's worried about the apps, right? Make a fake profile and get on the apps and see if you can find her. I'm serious.
I think we need to make merch that says a little Google goes a long way.
Yeah, I see it. I know some people love Facebook. Like my parents love Facebook. They don't post, thank God. But a lot of people do, and people post questions on Facebook that can be answered with one Google search.
Sure.
But they don't. They post it and ask. And I'm like, I hate it so freaking much, especially some of the groups. I mean, like Czech and Slovak women in America. Listen, I found a lot of helpful insights on it. But when someone is like, what are the best deals to fly from New York to Prague? It's like, why don't you just Google it?
I mean, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's basically the equivalent of a review. Like if you hear it from an actual person, you're getting a review. It's a trusted source. So I kind of understand asking people.
Oh, certain things, yes, but things that others don't have the answers. They have to go and Google.
Sure.
Then it's like, why don't you Google? That's what I'm saying. If someone's like, guys, what's the best recipe that your grandmas were making? And obviously that's hard to Google. I mean,
Sure.
You might Google some, but yeah, sure. But if it's like, guys, best deals on plane tickets, and people would be like, well, Kayak, Expedia, book it on Tuesday night. It's like,
there's this website, and I forget the name, but I'm sure if you Google it, you can find it. And basically what you do is you put in someone's question, and then it makes this little like animated GIF or video, and it's just someone going to Google, putting that question in, and then getting the answers. And so like you send a link to the person who asked the question, and when they click the link, it takes them to like a video of someone typing in their question to Google.
So
and it's
good.
like, this is what you do, you asshole.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I probably need it in my life because many times I'll look at Facebook and I'm like, why? Just why? And best part is that you read the comments and people are commenting and telling them to Google it.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Things you can't Google. Is Violet really divorced? And is she still on dating apps? You can't Google that. So you hire a PI, and this PI is like, I'm on it. Whatever you need. I'll even get in my car and follow her if that's what you're into. Sure. So Riley's like, all right, well, you seem to have some experience in this. How often are women lying? 40%, 50%?
80.
Oh, 50%.
80.
80.
Well, apparently this guy has a lot of clients in the US with very similar story, and usually 80% of the female.
Tariq, Big Ed. Yeah, he's got a whole roster.
All these guys, yeah. So 80, that's a lot. That's a lot of women lying.
Oh, I was thinking Philippines. That's David.
Yeah, no, we're talking about Vietnam.
Vietnam, new country. Yeah. So, but again, you already know the answer, Riley.
No, you don't.
He knows. If you have to hire a private investigator, you know the answer.
I think he thinks she's on the apps, but why would she be married and trying to have a guy to come visit her? Unless she's getting a divorce. But if you're getting a divorce, then you can tell him, you're like, hey, it takes a while.
It could be an elaborate scam where you're just trying to siphon money out of someone so you and your spouse can have a better life.
Ooh.
People are devious.
That's true. Devious people.
Speaking of devious people, let's talk about Tyray and Carmella.
Man, this makes me sad. Especially because he seems like such a nice dude.
I know.
But I have to say something about Tyray. He's a sweetheart, but he's like, well, I watch Catfish. I know all this, but I didn't see the red flags because she didn't ask for thousands of dollars, just about $100 a month. Red flag.
Here's the name of this segment. You see what you want to see. There were so many red flags, but he saw what he wanted to see, which was Carmella, a young, hot
Barbados.
Barbadian?
Barbadian.
I don't think that's proper. Barbadian beauty.
A female from Barbados.
I know. What do you... There's a name.
Barbadosian.
No.
Are you Googling?
Uh-huh.
Look at that, guys. That's what's up.
What do you... Oh, yeah, this is how you do it. Barbadians. Hey!
That's what I said.
No, that's what I said.
What did I say?
Bajans. That's what I was thinking. Bajans.
I said Barbadosians.
Yeah.
That's not
Barbados people, characters and personalities are no exception to the rule. But Barbadians, also known as Bajans, that's the word. I knew Barbadian was not the word I had heard before. Bajan, I think.
So Barbadian, you cannot say
I think you
it?
could say it.
I think it's like turtles and tortoise.
Tomato, tomato.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is probably very offensive. But yeah, Barbadian, Bajan, I think. Anyways, you see what you want to see. And that's what he wanted to see. And so he didn't see the red flags.
Yeah, if you're talking to someone and they only talk to you on Snapchat, so the text disappear. They don't want to FaceTime you or talk to you on the phone for 4 years.
I mean, I get...
It's a scam.
I get the whole video thing. Okay, maybe people are shy and that's why they're doing the online dating. But if you don't want to talk on the phone after even a couple months, that's a big red flag.
Listen, if he didn't want to grab a drink with me within 2 weeks, I would move on.
Sure, move on.
Because I would not... It's New York City. I'm like, if you're catfishing me, I'm not going to waste my time. Show your face.
Yeah, Tyray's in a different situation. He's had a tough life. I think he's got some self-esteem issues. He finds someone who is showering him with love, and he doesn't want to risk giving that up. He doesn't want to even let himself believe that it couldn't be real.
Listen, I understand all this, but it just makes me sad because he's a nice dude.
From what we know, he's a very nice dude. He's a selfless dude. He's sacrificing a lot for his mom, for his family. So yes, does he deserve it? Only somewhat, because he was ignoring the red flags. We do learn at first, Carmella, a.k.a. Christian, did not ask for money, and so that gave Tyray hope. But within a year, she did start asking, and he did start sending. 50,
well, not at
100.
first, but then.
That's what I said. I said at first, no, but 50 to 100 a month, and then she would always ask for more.
Yeah, but that's just sad because he lives in a one-bedroom apartment with his mom that he takes care of, right?
Yeah.
$100 is a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that makes me even sadder.
So later that night, Tyray may not see red flags, but he sure loves Red's hard apple.
What?
That's what he was drinking. A Red's hard
Oh.
apple. It's like a hard apple cider,
Oh, I thought it was a beer.
which makes it even all sadder.
Why?
If he was drinking like vodka neat, or like you'd be like, all right, Tyray. But he's drinking a hard apple juice.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as someone who drinks vodka.
But you know what I'm saying? He's drinking a hard apple juice.
Why not? Just
It just makes me feel bad. It all just makes me feel bad.
well, it all makes me feel bad, but I'm not the apple cider.
Okay.
Just get a little tipsy and get the apple juice as well. I don't know. I don't drink apple ciders, but
So Tyray messaged Carmella, aka Christian, and said, "You lied to me. You tricked me. Why did you do this?" But she did not respond.
he did not respond.
Exactly. I need to correct myself.
Yes, but here's the saddest part. He still isn't sure if that's real. He still has a little bit of hope that just maybe, someone hacked her phone.
Because what's the name of the segment? You see what you want to see.
Yes. Well, he's talking to the producers and telling them that she hasn't responded right. But he still has a little bit of a hope. And so the next day, he wakes up and it hits him. It hits him that it's probably real and he needs to talk to someone because he's the type of a person who don't share with anyone about his feelings because he doesn't want to burden people, which makes me very sad.
Sure. So, yeah, he wants to meet up with his brother and his sister.
Yeah, his mom doesn't know about this.
Mom doesn't know. He's going to meet up with Lashanti and Ronald and get their perspective. And Tyray goes, "So, I'm in an international relationship, and I have been for 4 years." He says it like he's an addict in AA. So,
Hello, my name is Tyray.
and I'm in an international relationship.
Well, this was like he took them through the whole story because he basically introduced them to his girlfriend at first, and then he came out and was like, "Well, actually, first of all, we learned that he went to Barbados to meet her."
Mm-hmm.
And he had to quarantine because it was during COVID, and then she didn't show up. No shit.
This is a little Caesar-esque.
Yes. And then his brother's like, "Man, like you were right there in her hometown. She didn't show up. That's weird." Well, then I learned that it's actually a man. So he went them through the loops and hoops.
And Sister Lashanti just goes, "And I thought he was just asexual."
And do you see throughout his whole thing, the siblings kind of laughed?
No, I didn't see that.
Like, I don't know if they laugh because they're being filmed and this is just not what they're used to, but they kind of had this like smirk. It was coming in waves.
No, I didn't know. No.
Maybe it was just me, but I'm like, are you laughing? Like, is this like, what's going on?
Yeah. No, I missed that. But so Tyray goes, "Okay, well, yesterday the producers told me I've been talking to a man." And Lashanti's like, "Well, that's really sick for someone to go this long acting like there's somebody else." And Tyray goes, "Yeah, and the producers, they have a recording of Christian, but I didn't want to hear it." And Sister Lashanti's like, "Well, I think you should hear it, and we're here to support you. Like, we're with you on this. Let's all listen together."
And that's where I was like, okay, so they're kind of like laughing a little bit. And she held his hand and brother is like, "Okay, I'll hold your hand too." And it was kind of like, and again, it could have been a nervous laugh. Like, oh shit, there are these cameras on us and we're about to listen to a guy who was catfishing my brother for 4 years.
Yeah. So they play the recording, and the second Tyray hears this man's voice, he stands up and storms out.
Yeah. Well, his sister follows him, and which was good.
Yeah.
Ronald was sitting there like, "Oh, should I finish listening?"
Yeah. Does it get better? What's going on here? I think he was confronted with the truth, and there's no more lying to yourself that, well, maybe it's a girl. I think he has the answer now, and it's not the answer he wanted, and he's heartbroken. But we've seen the previews. He's still getting on that plane and going to Barbados.
Well, listen, he still has hope.
Yeah.
I think that's all you can have at this point.
All right. Amanda and Razvan.
Oh, let's get sad. This is gonna get a little sad, but like not verbally sad, just visibly sad.
Yeah, I would say, Amanda, I know it's too late, but if you could go back in time, take a long layover in Paris. No need to rush to Romania. Enjoy the Eiffel Tower. Have some baguettes.
And snails.
Have a snail or two and just enjoy Paris.
Yeah, because this was just sad to watch. So she's heading over to Romania. We see her on a layover in Paris. Love Paris. And then it goes to 24 hours earlier, and we see Razvan in Bucharest.
We see all of Razvan in Bucharest.
Going live in like the town square. And buttoning his shirt because the ladies ask for it. And he's like, yeah, I always want to be an actor. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Rocky Balboa. I don't know his real name. What's his real name?
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone. The other guy who played Rambo, I think.
Sylvester Stallone.
Well, there was one more. He's like, I always wanted to be like these guys. And then I grew up and I realized how hard it is. Which it's not just in Romania, Razvan. I think it's really hard to become an actor in the US too. You're just, how many percent? 0.5 actually make it?
Yeah, 0.4.
And so he found a way to make money. And while kind of acting, besides doing some sexual advertising, he makes money on TikTok.
And I say this with zero judgment zero judgment. He's basically a cam girl. That's what he's getting naked on camera and people are tipping him.
Yeah, for sure. And he said once he made like up to $2,000.
Pretty good.
Per live.
Pretty good.
I might start unbuttoning my shirt. No, I'm kidding.
Boy. Patreon.com/marriedtoreality.
Definitely not, guys. I wear my pajamas on the Patreon.
But he says, all that aside, the $2,000, me popping nips out, like all that aside, the best part of social media was meeting Amanda.
Yes.
My first American and my first long distance relationship.
I think his first relationship. He's 26.
Oh, I think he had a relationship with Deanna.
Well, I think he banged Deanna, but we learned that Deanna, his friend and acting partner, he was married before.
That's true.
He proposed to his ex after 1 month and then divorced her after 6. Because she was too jealous.
So he does not have the best judgment when it comes to relationships, or he's not ready for relationships.
No.
But Deanna is more than his acting part. Come on. When they meet, we see them meet, she runs her hand down his chest.
Oh, Deanna wants to bang him, unless she did already.
I think that she already did, and I think she will in the future. But she's a bit of a Romanian Amanda. There's definitely a similar look.
No, there is not.
What? One is more tatted up than the other.
Well, Amanda seemed more natural and innocent.
Sure.
Deanna, I can tell that she's wild.
Deanna's the porn star version of Amanda.
Okay, I'll take it.
Give me that. So they're talking, and Razvan's trying to sell Deanna on Amanda, and Deanna's like, oh, how cute. And that's when we learn that Razvan's been married before, because Deanna's like, are you ready to be married again?
Well, she first went from, oh, how cute, okay, American woman, and then she learned from Razvan that her husband passed away and she has 2 kids she's raising on her own, and she changed, and she's like, oh shit, is she even ready for this? This is hard. This is tough.
She did a 180 from going, oh, Razvan, you're going to break this poor girl's heart, to, oh, Razvan, she's going to break your heart.
Oh, yeah. And she doesn't think Amanda's ready, which none of us do. But as we said before, everyone grieves differently. We don't know what's going through her head. and I said it to some of you guys that we talked about it on social media. If he is a rebound and she just needs to get it out of her system and move on, I'm here for it. But I just hope that she's not gonna get even more hurt out of this relationship that she's already is.
And also, I'm all for the rebound, but having to leave your kids and travel to a foreign country is a whole other level. And now they're involved in this. They've lost their dad. Now they're losing their mom for however many weeks.
Well, I think, listen, I don't know how she feels. I don't know the level of...
We know how she feels. We're going to find a lot more about how she feels in about 2 minutes.
Well, she is not ready and she knows it too. But, okay, you're going to leave your kids for 3 weeks. You need a break. I get it. I can understand that part. I can understand that it's been 8 months. It's been tough. I have this new guy. Maybe he can help me move on, right? I get it. But don't let the kids talk to him. Don't let the kids FaceTiming with him before you even meet him. Like,
sure.
They're already invested. And even though you're saying he's a friend, you're going to sleep on the couch, he's still part of their lives now.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think the kids are that dumb when they're like, show me the bed.
Yeah, well, if it was going somewhere, let's say this trip goes well, and he is the one, he's going to be there for her and the kids, then introduce the kids. It seems like the kids been talking to him since day one.
Yeah, which wasn't that long ago. and just to that point, because we were talking a little bit before we even watched this episode, we were just like still trying to wrap our heads around this relationship. And I was saying, okay, at most they've been together for 8 months. Her and... Or no, for 4 months.
He passed away 8 months ago.
Yeah, Jason passed away 8 months ago. They've been together for 4 months.
Yeah.
How did they reach out to TLC and get casted that quickly? It's very, I don't want to say suspect, because I don't think there's anything fishy going on here, but it seems very quick on all fronts. It seems very quick to move on for me, and it seems very quick to be cast by TLC.
I mean, maybe the timing goes right. You can reach out and they can be like, hey, we're not filming until next year. We'll check back with you.
Or you could reach out and they'll be like, can you start next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So new day, new shirtless scene with Razvan. I think every scene we've seen with him so far has been a shirtless one. And today's the day Amanda arrives. Did you hear in Razvan's interview, he goes, today is the day my American girlfriend arrives.
Yep.
Why call out American?
Well, first I was like, all right, he wants to come here.
Yep.
But when he was talking to Deanna, he was saying, well, if things go well, either I'll move to America or she'll move here.
Yeah, but what I said first, probably, I'll move to America. He wants to be an American actor. He wants to make it as an actor, and he knows it's easier in America.
Is it?
Easier than in Romania.
I guess.
100 times easier.
Maybe being on 90 Day will help.
Being on 90 Day will help. All of his Instagram. Like, he wants to be in America. He didn't name one Romanian actor. He may have named an Austrian actor who made it in America, but...
Because we wouldn't know the Romanian actors.
But I'm just saying, he wants to come to America and be an actor. Why would... today's the day I meet my American girlfriend arrives. I've never once in my entire life said, today's the day my Czech wife arrived. Today's the day my Czech girlfriend... Like, you're just my girl... You're just my girlfriend.
I'm not. I'm your wife.
I was going to go through you're just my girlfriend, you're just my fiance, you're just my wife. But Czech as a qualifier was never in the equation.
For you.
You said, my American boyfriend, my American fiance, my American husband?
No.
Exactly.
But like when someone, the first time, let's say I was telling my friends and back home, hey, I met this guy, John, and they would be like, is he American? I'm like, yeah, he's American.
They asked about, because we met in America, so it's a good question.
Yeah, but they asked because... I told you guys, I never planned on staying here. Things happen naturally, which I actually love, right? Mm-hmm. I never came here to stay. I came here to learn and experience, and I always thought I'm going to return back home alone. But I met you, which was beautiful, and I'm very happy about it. So my friends just asked, like, is he American?
Yeah.
Your friends didn't ask because of my name?
No. That sounds Czech.
So how did your friends find out I'm Czech? You must have told them.
I told you because I thought it was interesting. I told them because I thought it was interesting. Yeah, I would come up in conversation, I'm sure.
All right.
Because it's different. You bring it up. Anyways, let's stop burying the lead because this next segment is so telling. Razvan shows up at the airport first with like a strange faceless teddy bear, which is something I'd never seen before. I thought it was a piñata at first.
No, those are, you can get bouquet shaped as a teddy bear. It's a thing.
Oh.
Don't get it.
Oh, like how could I make this bouquet even worse? Shape it like a child's teddy bear.
Why not?
Oh, 10 reasons why
It's just
not.
like awkward. How do you water it?
10
Do you
reasons why not.
Do you like dip the whole bed in the water?
Hey, give it a bath. So then Amanda comes around the corner, and this is where we really start to see the cracks, I think. There was no running. There was no slow motion jog, no jumping into the arms. There was a hug. Mm-hmm. And then
very, very awkward kiss.
And then another hug. And then, yes, this almost conscious, I think this is when we kiss.
But she was so, I think she's not used to the cameras, obviously. But she's awkward. But she looks at him and she has tears in her eyes.
I think she was feeling guilty.
Oh, she said it.
Well, she said it once she got to the apartment. I think it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Until she saw him. It was just fun. It was just online flirting.
Yeah.
Until she saw him in person. And it's almost that moment, and you really see when they get to the apartment of like cheating on someone where you're talk, like we were just watching Beef. Mm-hmm. And you talk and that's fine. But then you get to this moment where you can cross the threshold.
Talking is not fine.
It's not fine, but it's a lot easier to palate, I think, than crossing that line and getting physical. And when she touched down in Romania and they started kissing, she just crossed that line. And it's not cheating. Her husband is dead. Her husband's in a box with the kids.
Jesus.
But I think in her mind, she feels like she's cheating.
Of course. And that's very natural. And I'm actually glad she feels this way because I was kind of questioning.
I'm not glad she feels this way because it means she's still mourning and she shouldn't be in this situation. She shouldn't be in a weird country making out with another guy. She's not ready for it.
No, but she didn't know. Here's the thing. You don't know how things are going to hit you, right? And as you said, it was all texting and fun. And now she's doing it and she's like, oh my gosh. And it's different. It's not like, oh, we split up, we got a divorce, didn't work out, he cheated on me, right? I'm moving on, right? He did not. He passed away. Mm-hmm. So of course she feels guilty. It just makes sense. And I think she's trying not to feel guilty, but she is.
Yeah.
But he is saying that I'll be patient. Like, I understand.
Yeah. So they get to the apartment. Razvan has like an entire YouTube studio in his living room.
That's a nice apartment.
It's a tiny studio. You see, like, I'm pretty sure it's a studio. Like
yeah,
an
but it's like a nice high rise.
Yeah. Well, he goes, I live in like the best part of this.
Yeah.
I think, yes, he sacrificed space to be able to get into that good area.
You and I are guilty of that.
Sure. We did it in New York for sure. But he's got lights hanging and tripods and cameras and tissues.
How he makes his money.
So he makes his money. And right then, Amanda's kids FaceTime. And they're like, show me the bedroom. Let's see the bedroom. Like, no, there's cameras pointing at the bed. Like, don't let the kids see that at all.
And Amanda's like, no, that's where Razvan's going to sleep. Mommy's going to sleep on the couch.
Sure. But here's where she loses me. When she gets emotional talking to her kids, and then she tells the camera, I always get emotional when I think about my kids. But I know this trip, it's as much for me as it is for them. You're lying to yourself then. There's no way you think Razvan is going to come in and be dad.
I think she is. maybe not
she can't still
not
think
a dad,
that.
but a friend. I don't
Maybe
think,
a friend.
I don't think she's trying to replace her dead husband,
Jason.
But I think she's trying to find another man, someone who can be there for her and the kids and who can be their friend or an uncle. I don't think
the kids need that. I don't know. I'm not a child psychologist. I don't think the kids need.
I think they do.
Eventually they do.
Yeah.
But I don't think they need mom rolling the dice, just saying, oh, maybe this Romanian man will be good.
Listen, who knows?
Before you even know Amanda, as you said, to be introducing him to the kids, before you even know if he's right or wrong for you.
Oh, no, I'm saying she should have definitely waited. She should have told her kids she's going on a trip. She'll be back.
Yeah, girls trip.
Yeah. They shouldn't have known about him at all.
Yeah.
But they do. And he seems to be understanding, saying, I know she's still mourning her husband. I'll be patient.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. He just doesn't seem like a good guy to be getting involved with if you're Amanda.
Yeah, listen, and this is not even, I don't even blame him, but he's 26. He has a six-pack. He's making money on TikTok. Like, dude, you do you.
Yeah.
But that's not what she's looking for.
Yeah. No, she's completely not ready. And I felt that episode 1. I feel it even more episode 2, of course. And it's even little things like when she took a shower and she was looking for a room to place her toiletries and she feels like, Razvan, he's not even making room for me. Like, she's starting to find these little things and get upset about them because I think she feels guilty and she feels uncomfortable in this situation.
Well, I don't think, she's not, okay, I'll take his side on this. She's not moving in. Like, it's fine. Like, I would not think of that if someone's visiting you.
Yeah. No, I'm taking his side completely, but I'm saying she is at that point where the little things are starting to upset her because she doesn't feel comfortable. She feels like she's doing something wrong.
Oh, definitely. It's hitting her hard. So I'm curious to see how this trip is going to go because I don't see them getting engaged as she thought they may.
No.
I hope not because she needs to go back to her kids and make peace with what happened for yourself and for the kids. And when you are actually ready, move on because not even that, oh, we're judging her. We don't know. She cannot be ready this early on. Who knows? Maybe she is. But we saw that she isn't.
She's, admitting.
Yeah.
She's not. All right. One more? We have one more couple?
We have David.
David and Sheila. It is go time for David. He's heading to the Philippines and his friend Carlos is bringing him to the airport. And to that I say, hands on the wheels, Carlos. Eyes on the road.
Well, I get it. They need to sign, but maybe there should be like a little mirror for like, or maybe like there should be like a little, like a driving slang for ASL that you just sign with one hand.
There should be something because they get in the car and I'm thinking, well, this is going to be a quiet ride.
Or get a Tesla.
But they start signing and Carlos has to look at David's hands. Obviously, you have to read the hands to understand. And I'm like, you should be watching the road. This does not seem safe.
You should be watching the road, especially because you cannot hear. So you couldn't hear if someone's honking. Even if you had the fancy beeps on the side of your car that tell you that there is someone next to you, you won't hear it. Hopefully you have the light too. But yeah, that seemed very dangerous.
But even David was like, all right, Carlos, like watch the, like eventually after like a few minutes, David was like, Carlos, all right, let's stop talking. Watch the road.
Yeah.
But it was just a quick conversation about, is David nervous? And he's like, I am. I'm going to be meeting my girlfriend. And Carlos was like, well, if it doesn't go well and you need to come home, I'll come get you.
Which is very nice.
Yeah, it's very sweet. So David gets to the airport. We find out he hasn't flown in 18 years, but he's ready for it now. And I don't want to shit on David. Like David so far, everything I've learned about him, seems like a solid guy. But he goes, so here's the thing. I have to sit at the gate because I can't hear. And if there are changes to my flight, an agent needs to tell me because I can't hear the PA.
Well, we travel internationally quite often. you never have reception anywhere else unless you turn your data on. Sometimes it takes time to kick in. So yes, we all have the apps when we travel, but it doesn't mean you can get access immediately. Like you can have issues when you travel with your cell phone data.
I think he hasn't flown in 18 years. I don't think he knows about the apps.
Yeah. Well, hopefully someone tells
I think that's what it was.
Well,
He's
so don't give him shit. He'll learn. You live, you learn.
I know, but that's all I'm saying is he hasn't flown in. Air travel has evolved in the last 18 years.
Very true.
He had to go to the counter, print out his ticket. No, man, you download the Delta app, bada bing, bada boom, you're in. Get TSA pre-check. If you're dating a foreigner, let me tell you, get pre-check, game changer.
Only in the U.S.
I guess David isn't listening to this.
Yes.
Jesus. There's got to be. Oh, do we do transcripts? We should do transcripts.
We don't. Do we? How would we?
There's programs that transcribe.
Really?
Yeah. He can listen.
Podcast.
He could be reading on. No, you can read the transcript. He can be reading on YouTube.
Oh.
When it uploads to YouTube, it transcribes.
Oh.
So I take that back. David can be listening.
All right.
All right, David, if you're listening,
download the app.
Hello, download the app. All right, 24 hours earlier in the Philippines.
We meet Sheila, and I have to say I'm very impressed because not only she speaks Filipino, obviously, but she speaks English and very well.
Yeah, everyone that we've met from the Philippines does speak English.
Well, here's the thing. She is hearing impaired, right? So I'm sure it's tough.
Sure, true.
It's tough to speak her own language when she can properly hear. Although she's wearing a hearing aid.
She says she can hear pretty well now, but as she gets older, it's going to go.
Well, learning a new language is all about hearing, right? The accent, it's all about hearing.
Yeah.
My hearing isn't the best, so here comes my accent. So that's why I'm saying I'm very impressed for someone who is hearing impaired, who can speak 2 languages and pretty well.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So we learn a bit more about Sheila. She has a child. She got pregnant when she was a teenager, but the father, she says, was very immature, so they ended up breaking up. And now she lives with her son in her parents' home, which is, as she says, small, and it's been very badly damaged by the fire and the typhoon.
Yes.
Etc.
And she says, we don't have a lot, but we make the best out of it.
Yeah. So, okay. She tells us about the meet cute story. She met David online, fell in love with his heart, feels butterflies every time they talk.
And she finds him very hot.
And those photos, they looked like a whole other David.
They look, because it was the beard.
It was the beard, right?
Yeah.
As they were showing those photos, I was trying to picture David in his current state. And I was like, does he have a beard?
But they also talk on FaceTime or like they FaceTime, right? So
I'm not saying it's a catfish.
It's not just David taking hot photos.
David hitting those angles. No. So she says, some people worry that David is deaf, but I don't care. I ignore those people.
Because she says that eventually she will be fully deaf.
Because she will. And we learn how she became a hearing impaired is when she was young, she was playing. And she ended up popping her eardrums, I guess. Yeah. So she goes, I can hear well now, but I won't be able to in the future. And we learn a little bit more about her situation with her family and how David is supporting them quite a bit.
Poor David working 2 jobs and supporting 4 people.
Literally poor David.
Yeah.
Well, Sheila used to sell cotton candy, Teresa. She used to sell cotton candy, but that was pre-pandemic. I guess there's not a big market for cotton candy. No one's really jumping around celebrating now.
No, but she says it's hard to find a job. I get it. Listen, it's hard. But you have your friends who sell clothes. I'm sure you can find something.
I know. With everyone going keto now and intermittent fasting, the cotton candy industry has really taken a hit.
Don't sell cotton candy, but I'm sure maybe she could find something else.
Sure.
I feel bad that David works 2 jobs to pay for literally 4 other people.
I'm with you. Although, I feel like the dollar definitely goes further in the
It
Philippines.
does, but
I'm
it's
with
almost like I feel bad that it's expected of him. I'm sure his life isn't easy, right?
No.
And I feel bad for them too. Their house looks very badly damaged. And her parents are like, well, is David going to help us repair the house? And it's kind of like, well, I feel bad for you people, but why would you just expect him to do that? Like he is deaf. He works hard. He has 2 freaking jobs.
He's got challenges of his own.
Yeah, like why would you, like she should have found someone else if you want financial help.
I don't want to speak for all foreigners, but I got one sitting across the table here, and so maybe you can help me out. I feel like a lot of people think, oh, everyone in America is rich.
Oh, yeah.
Like before you came here, you probably thought, oh, everyone's at least upper middle class. And so you assume, well, what would it hurt for them to throw a couple $100 a month this way? And it's like, well, no, people are really struggling here and work really, really hard just to make ends meet.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They don't have the luxury to do that. But I think a lot of people in other countries think Americans have it easy.
Yeah, that's probably true. And I think a lot of people assume that no matter what you do in America, you just make a lot of money.
Right. We're all millionaires.
Yeah, and it's like I had my friends asking, like, "Oh, they're like, do you have any like Louis Vuitton bags?" I'm like, I don't, because I put myself through college and I like traveling. I don't need to spend $3,000 on a purse.
Yeah.
But they were like, "Oh, okay." Even their reaction was almost like, "Oh, you don't make enough money to buy that," and it's like, it's expensive.
So, cut to Sheila with her friends at the market. Salem and Mars, which sounds like one of those hipster brands you'd find at Target. Like they sell textiles, and
I did not pick up on that.
her friends are Salem and Mars. And I'm like,
her friend. So
yeah. What?
I thought the store was called
No,
Salem
her
and
friends are
Mars.
Salem and Mars.
Cool names.
Yeah, which like I would buy a candle from Salem and Mars,
Yeah, probably.
right?
Probably, yeah.
Like leather and tobacco Salem and Mars candle for $29.99.
Probably. So they're shopping for a sexy outfit for sexy David.
Yeah, they are.
And even the friends were like, we saw David on FaceTime. He's very, very handsome. And I love that they feel this way.
And they go, well, have you seen David naked?
Oh, she did see his red eggplant.
Oh, why, David? You might want to get that checked out, brother. It shouldn't be that red. I don't think.
I mean, maybe he's like excited.
Although
of the blood.
I might get in all sorts of trouble this podcast. Who knows?
I'm like nervous. What you're gonna say?
Well, they're looking at a white guy. They're looking at a white guy's blood-filled penis. Maybe it's a different shade. I don't know.
I think you might be right.
So maybe it does look very red.
I mean, penises can be red.
Penises can be red.
When all the
Penises
blood
come in
goes in?
all shapes and sizes and colors. And
All
yes.
right.
So, okay. Yeah, apparently he's always horny and showing off his eggplant. And apparently they're both very horny. And so I don't get it. They live at home with mom and dad. Are they just going to bang with mom and dad sitting outside?
Yeah, I don't think so, because there are no walls, no roof.
Yeah.
I would hope that David's gonna get a hotel.
True. Okay, that's interesting.
We'll see.
So then it just comes up that, well, we're both horny, but we're also both jealous. So we have,
Especially her.
because she was cheated on.
Yeah.
So they have this plan. They're going to show each other their phones when they meet. And the friends are not fans of this because, like, well, this seems like you guys don't trust each other if you guys are showing phones to each other. But hey, again, you do you. Sheila marches to the beat of her own drum, and so she doesn't care what other people say, and she's going to do what makes her happy.
Yeah, and in a way it makes sense because David cannot talk to her friends to be like, oh, what's going on, to kind of get the dirt, right? So maybe that's the way to clear the air.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. So far, so hopeful for them.
Yeah, I hope he finds love. I really do. I feel like he deserves it.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Another long episode. Another coming in at like An hour and a half.
Gee, look
So,
at us.
I mean,
We cannot stop talking.
That's a sign of a good season, I think.
So far, so good.
Off to a strong start.
So good, so sad.
So far, so sad. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys are following us on the Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. Would love to chat with you guys there and hear your thoughts. So follow along.
Especially on the nails, guys.
On the nails, yeah.
I really, really am curious.
Also, join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Married to Reality. We got more content over there. We're covering Love in Paradise, and we got an idea for a bonus episode.
Ooh,
Let's share the bonus episode idea at the end of this podcast, because this is for our real friends. If they made it this far, they deserve to hear about the bonus.
Guys, for our anniversary, we're going to put a bonus on the Patreon for everyone. We are going to recreate our very, very first podcast that we told you about that we actually had to take down because it was so bad.
I feel like probably only like a few hundred of you guys even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, Jen and I, once upon a time, years ago, we were in New York City. We're like, oh my gosh, we should start a podcast.
The year was 2017.
And we were like, well, what should we podcast about? Maybe something people don't talk about at all.
That's usually a good idea for a podcast.
Yeah, so our podcast was called Why is Nobody Talking About This? And our first topic was Wolverines. And oh my gosh, when I listened to it after years, I died laughing just from the first 5 minutes.
Ugh, it was so bad.
But lately, there's a lot of things coming up about the Wolverine being spotted in California. Only 2 Wolverines in the past 100 years.
Now everyone's talking about Wolverines.
Some people are talking about Wolverines, but John and I are going to talk about Wolverines.
Yeah, we're gonna
Stay tuned.
Dust off the old theme music.
We're gonna sing it. We're gonna sing it.
We did one episode, just so you guys aren't like, wait, what? Where's this? I gotta hear it. We did one episode. We took it down somewhat recently.
You still have it, right?
I have it somewhere.
Yeah.
We're not gonna post that though.
No, it's really bad.
But we brought it up and people started looking for it. We're like, we can't have people listening to this. But we're going to take the idea of that original podcast, which again lasted for one episode, and we're gonna dust it off and bring it back to the Patreon for our 3-year anniversary. It's Teresa's idea. I think it's a fantastic idea.
I love it, guys. It's gonna be fun. Our second episode was supposed to be almond flour.
Again, everyone started talking about it shortly after.
We didn't get that far.
We didn't get that far.
Thank God.
So maybe for our 4th-year anniversary, we'll do almond flour.
Maybe we'll do almond flour.
Let's see. But so, yeah, patreon.com/Married to Reality. You can hear when that comes out. It'll be sometime over the next few weeks.
Yes.
That'll come out.
For all levels of the Patreon.
For all levels, from Friends with Benefit all the way up to Family Affair. Although, yeah, we'll do video for all.
It's gonna be educational.
Sure will be.
We're gonna research.
Yeah. I'll be drunk. And so there's that. And then there's also Love in Paradise, of course, all the back episodes, all the Seeking Sister Wife, Seeking Brother Husband, Love is Blind After the Altars. It's all there. What?
I'm just thinking about the song.
Oh, yeah,
the Wolverine song.
You stay tuned for that. Instagram, Married to Reality Pod, patreon.com/Married to Reality. Also, make sure you guys are following the podcast wherever you're listening. It's so easy to do. Look down and smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as the beautiful review we got, because I loved it. Being called smart and interesting.
Yeah.
Was it interesting?
Quote
it.
Smart. So thank you to Mano Fluv. Flu. Very charming. Couple of joy to hear. Super charming. Very smart. Good balance of exposition and commentary too. Each
love
is
it.
funny in their own way. They are naturals. Keep it up, Mano Fluv. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Man, I love that review.
What a review.
Should have said that at the top.
Boosted my ego just a little bit.
All right. That is
Staying humble here.
Stay humble over there. That was not part of the review. Keeping it natural.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That is it. We've said too much.
Too much.
Over an hour and a half. Too much. All right.
I need to pee.
Well, there you go then. We've said it all. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.